Welcome back, Truth Seeker. In the news today, New York County takes extremely unusual step to ban unvaccinated minors from public places amid measles outbreak. So, a little bit of the reporting here. Unvaccinated people under age 18 are banned from public places in Rockland County, New York, as of midnight Wednesday, according to John Lyon, Director of Strategic Communications for County Executive Ed Day. Day announced the order Tuesday. The declaration is an effort to contain an outbreak of measles that began in October. 153 cases have been confirmed in the county. The outbreak began when an unvaccinated resident became infected while visiting Israel and returned with the disease. It has mostly affected observant Jewish neighborhoods. So, notice what they emphasize in the title, extremely unusual, which sums to 74. If you've been following my work on the measles outbreak, which has been going on since about October, it's been one story coding 74 after the next. And of course, this practice of coding numbers into words is Jewish. It comes from the practice of Gematria, using the alphabetic order. English equals 74. So does Jewish. So does Gematria. So does measles. They're all 74. The day this ban takes effect, Wednesday, March 27th, 2019, it's a date with 42 numerology. The word vaccine equals 42. Remember the big outbreak in Washington state? Washington's the 42nd state. And then it spread to Oregon. Oregon's the only state of 50 states that sums to 74. 42 and 74, and when you write out 42, it even sums to 74. Oregon and Washington, now New York. In case you missed this story, anti-vaxxer's adult son gets measles. Now he has this message for the world. So this was the story of Joshua Nereus. Notice the name Joshua, 74. Notice the name Joshua Nereus, 74. When you read the story, he texted his mom to see if he'd been vaccinated, and she sent back a thumbs down emoji. Right there. She sent back a thumbs down emoji. Communicating that she's like an immature child, like she's an infant for not vaccinating her son, but thumbs down emoji, even just the BS reporting, encodes the number. And then also recently there was this story about the Jewish young man who defied his mother out of Ohio. His name was Lindenberger. He wanted to be vaccinated, so he got vaccinated despite what his mother was telling him. And so interesting that his name Lindenberger sums to 113 because, that Jewish text, the Talmud, gives him that special permission in Baba Kama 113a that Jews may use lies to circumvent Gentiles. And of course, there's the long 113 list of deception: mainstream, dishonest, perverted, not true, not honest, not factual, disinfo, politics, perjury, fiction, bullshit, infidelity, divorce. And the list even goes on from there. The 113 list. And anyway, that story had the number 47 coded all over it. The reflection is 74. Again, measles 74. So is Jewish. So is Masonic. So is occult. So is Gematria. So is English. The question becomes, why are so many of these vaccine stories centered on Jewish communities and Jewish people? And why are they all coding the same number? Could this be a conspiracy? Of course it is. Everything in the media is a conspiracy. It's here to program the populace, and this entire vaccination conversation is clouded in conspiracy. We live in a world where children are suffering from all sorts of disease and illness that did not seem to affect anyone or hardly anyone, not even that many years ago, 20, 30 years ago, there wasn't the rates of autism. You didn't have peanut allergies. You didn't have SIDS. You didn't have all of this stuff that children now suffer from regularly. And as someone speaking who was born in the early 80s, we only had to get a handful of vaccinations back then. And my parents' generation, they only had to get a few vaccinations. Now, I mean, it is an amazing list of vaccinations that children need to get. So what is going on? What is going on? Who controls your media? Who controls your government? Who controls your money? Remember LeBron's quote from the Date with 74 numerology about that Jewish money? People are so scared to speak the truth of what's going on in this world. It's not even hard to see. I saw Facebook today, run by the young Jewish man, banning all sorts of things. When's Facebook going to ban the Talmud? When's Facebook going to ban the Talmud? The book that preaches Jewish supremacy, the book that says, only Jews are human beings, everybody else is too dumb to be considered human, so we're Goyim, we're Gentiles, we're a animal species. That's not hate speech, right? That's just, I don't know, what is it? It's not hate speech as we know, it's just, what is it? I'll let you finish the sentence. You tell me what it is. And realize, they can stage all these things in Jewish communities, but who's really going to be, the ones to continue to suffer from all these unnecessary vaccines that are full of chemicals and mercury and all the things that are causing the disease and illness that's being covered up? What else could it be if it wasn't the vaccines? It's the only thing that's changed in the last few decades. Well, more chemicals, more GMOs, more chemicals in the sky. I guess there's a few other things, but it all comes back to chemicals. So anyway, we'll leave it there. Until next time.